our contract. I have a question. I noticed on one of the emails a few weeks ago, there was something about, we went over a list of call response times.
Mhm.
And there was something about a fine or something.
That does not exist in the current contract.
It
Yes.
does not.
No,
Mhm.
Was it something,
It was in the past.
It was in
a
the past.
fine, but they eliminated that about a year or 2 years ago, maybe.
was there a particular reason?
I don't know. I wasn't present for when that particular contract was signed. And I wasn't part of
The
the
contract that got rid
discussions.
of the fines was negotiated under, in private closed doors with the attorneys on both sides, so. Although I was on the committee at the time, I can't speak to the exact things that were discussed, and this is the contract that came out of that. I believe the committee chairman was present, but I don't think anybody else from the committee was present. It was the lawyers negotiating.
Because what's in place in case AMR doesn't meet the standards for response times?
If you do look at the contract, there is a clause that if they are underperforming based off, there are metrics that they are expected to uphold, and if they're underperforming, there is a clause for a meeting and explanations as to why.
Remediation.
And furthermore, there is escape clauses in the contract that if we feel that they are not upholding the contract, the town has outs within the contract.
Okay.
Yeah, in 12.1.
Looking over the contract, I didn't have time, based on my cell phone. What has, you have exactly what changed? Was it just the terms?
The start and end dates of the contract is the only change.
That is it.
That is the only change, okay.
Everything else was administrative in nature. I believe there was an address change on the AMR side.
Yeah, an address change for us. Yeah,
There was just minor administrative things like that. Ultimately, it was and I believe there was new language that basically said this supersedes all previous contracts.
Now, myself being new.
Yeah.
And you guys being in the past, let's say, was there any concerns you had on the old contract? That maybe should be part of the new contract, or you're satisfied with the old just being replaced with the new with different terms? Anything?
I think, I just wanted to leave the floor to committee members since I'm not a member of the committee technically anymore. There's been no, as far as I'm aware from my term on the committee, there's been no issues that we've had to address with AMR. Where there was any, situations where we were concerned about breach of contract or anything like that. And, response times, performance, you've seen and heard the updates. As with any service, there's times where they might briefly drop below standard, but that's usually, it's not a trend, it's a individual month situation that usually has explanations attached to it.
How do we move from now, just basically approving the term? Does anyone have any questions regarding the term?
Yeah, so the charge of the committee at this point, town council meets next week, and this will be on the agenda as, new business for them. And this committee is recommending whether or not you are in support of this contract to give guidance to the town council as to whether they should, how they should address the contract.
So can we get a motion to approve the new contract being a 3-year term?
Is the motion specific to the 3-year term, or are you looking to, is the committee looking to approve the proposed contract? And recommend that the town council move forward with accepting and signing it.
Yes, that's what I'm looking for. Is anyone?
So
Second?
moved. So moved to accept the contract as it is and recommend to the council that we accept the contract as is with the 3-year term.
Any questions on that? Abstentions or any?
We need a second.
Is there a second?
Somebody just second.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any
Motion
opposed?
passes. Any opposed? No
So
opposed.
I get unanimous.
Okay. Next thing. Business.
This was a special meeting specific to address the contract, so there's time for information sharing. If AMR has anything, there's.
We don't really have anything, specific. We just really appreciate that we've been able to have the opportunity for so many years to serve the town and to be really good partners within this municipality with all the agencies we interact with. And we're happy to continue the service.
And I want to tell people, I did visit AMR's office that I haven't been to in a decade. And I was quite impressed the amount of vehicles you have, the equipment that you have. And it's been such a turnaround that was decades ago.
Yeah,
I was really pleased with that.
it's a pretty big operation.
Helen, did you have anything from town you
No,
could
I'm
update us
actually
with?
new to the committee, and my only question has to do with it's going from a 2-year to a 3-year contract.
Yes,
If perhaps someone can fill me in.
that
As to
is
the
to
change.
align with the NEMS contract.
Okay.
Now,
Last year was a
The
1-year.
Newington emergency,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yes.
Last year was a 1-year contract because there was 2-year contracts, but NEM's contract with AMR and the town's contract with AMR overlapped, so they were alternating which year they expired.
Okay.
We went with a 1-year contract last year to align them. And AMR is now proposed to both NEM's and the town a 3-year term.
Okay.
so both would be aligned.
Yes, yeah,
Perfect.
and
That
then
makes
will
sense.
we go back, the question I had is are we gonna go back to a 2-year term now that they're aligned on the same year?
No, I don't anticipate that we would do that. I don't anticipate that we would need to do that.
So I guess we'll see what happens between now and then to see if, maybe we wanna revisit that or, cause times, they're changing, new technologies, new findings, let's put it that way. So, but we'll, revisit that in 3 years.
We'll visit that in 3 years. So everything's running pretty smooth.
Mhm.
So, and I listen to scanners, of course, and, but any further questions anyone has?
Well, as far as the second public participation is concerned, nobody is in on. We're not a committee that draws a lot of audience.
Mhm.
None of
them
do.
I do have a question. So, it's gonna be forwarded to the town council. Is someone going to present, or is it just going to be a PowerPoint that's going to be, presented to council members? or just-
My conversation with Jonathan was to let him know, and I believe he's going to present it to the town council.
Okay,
If it's gonna be presented under new business, if the town council wish to have a representation from the committee there, that can be done. But it is a pretty much a continuation, an extension of the existing contract with no changes, so I don't know how much, if that's something they would want, or if that's unnecessary considering the situation.
well, I asked because there are, 3 new council people on the council, so this would be.
Yeah.
They're not on committee, I think the way that they would find out, or perhaps get access to the information, is they'll see the contracts, and if they have any questions.
And, the committee, but then there's also whether there'd be questions for AMR, who's the actual proposing, that's
Right.
AMR's proposal for the contract.
Will it have in time to make the next town council meeting or not time to register?
It's gonna be on the agenda for next week,
For next
For
week.
next
for
week's
new business, and then it has to wait till the next meeting till it be
Till we
voted.
vote.
Okay,
I'm sure they'll have questions that come before then, so.
so as far as people attending, I kind of attend a lot of meetings. What you feel important would be not next one, but the following one, when they finally discuss it?
You could speak better to where there might be more questions when it's under new business or when it's under old business.
Caucus as a group, so I can ask a question.
Yeah, in caucus.
And Jonathan would be able to communicate with us to let us know either way whether he wants anybody there or not.
Sure, okay.
Now, as far as our meeting, we were supposed to have a meeting on the 23rd. But that canceled because of this one.
Well, this is a special meeting. This doesn't necessarily cancel a meeting.
Yeah, it doesn't take the
You
place
can-
of it.
You can choose to cancel a meeting if you want. I know there was talk about Well, the 23rd is the town council meeting. I believe it's a July date that your regular scheduled meeting is.
Yes, it should be a July,
Do we feel? Yeah, that actually, I'm actually not gonna be in the state. But do we feel that we really need a July meeting since we've already taken the contract now?
I think we're all set.
I think we can miss the meeting on July. I'm not gonna be here.
Oh,
So, I mean, if something comes up after that period, we could always call a special meeting.
You can call a special meeting. You need 24 hours notice to call a special meeting. So
Okay.
you can call a special meeting at any time. The committee will continue to receive the response times reports from AMR. And NEMS does not have their proposed contract with the town ready just yet, so you could see if that comes before your whatever, I'd have to march out the dates, whatever the following quarterly meeting would be. Or if it comes in, you can call a special meeting to review that contract too.
Okay, but right now, as far as the July meeting, we have to put in the town that notifies the town that it was canceled,
Yep.
correct?
Mhm.
Okay,
You as the chairman can cancel it, or you can take a vote if you want, but I think as the chairman, you can cancel the meeting yourself.
yeah, why don't take a vote? We're definitely canceling it.
Yeah, I'll make
All
a
in
motion
favor?
that we cancel.
aye.
I.
Okay.
Okay, anything further? Does anyone want to put a motion to adjourn? Do we have any further discussions we need to make?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Beautiful, this is a good quick meeting.
Yeah, if there's no changes, and that's, I couldn't see it physically and.
I brought it up on myself, and I'm like, how am I going to do this?
Exactly, not being able to see it physically, because I was trying to do my cell phone, so being able to look at it here and.
And whose cell phone is this?
That might be mine.
Oh,
right.
I've been running around the table
A
doing.
free cell phone.
He was giving it to me, I was giving it to
I'm like,
him.
that's not my phone, it feels different. Perfect,
Okay, so we're adjourned.
we're adjourned. I appreciate everyone coming in.
Good job, Dean.
Yeah, it wasn't